Hey, I'm John. Welcome to Mr. G's Workbench and today's special edition of Get Off My Bench. And we're going to feature the Italeri 1/35 scale S-100 class Schnellboot built as S-204 Lang as she appeared in 1945, just prior to surrendering at Felixstowe to the British. I got this as a gift from my daughter about 4 years ago. I really wanted it. She knew it. She got it for me. And after hunting around for some aftermarket, I jumped in on it. And let me show you the aftermarket I have for it as we go along and discuss it. And the first thing I got was the Lion Roar detail set, which is completely out of production. And I'm glad I got it. It is the most complete detail set for the Schnellboot you're going to find anywhere. Contains wooden decking for certain sections of the boat, sheets and sheets of photo etch details, turned brass barrels, but it was very complete. I was very happy to get it. I lucked out. I found it on eBay. One person was selling one. I jumped on it. Then we have some photo etch from Eduard as well. I got their set mainly because there were a few items that they featured in their set that weren't in the Lion Roar set, surprisingly enough. So we got that. The next thing I got is some resin MG15 machine guns for the bridge area, and these came from Blitz. They're resin. I'm not thrilled with them. They look kind of mushy. I've ordered another set of MG15s that have come out from Gas Patch models, and I'm really optimistic that those are going to look better. I also have a set of 3D printed refueling hoses. I believe I got them on Shapeways. I'm not sure who the actual maker was. I remember getting them probably back right around the time I got the boat. The only other stuff I have is I have crew figures from Italeri. Yes, you can probably get some aftermarket resin figures that are going to cost like, $20 a piece. I'm only going to put like 3 people on the boat just to give it a sense of scale. I think there are plenty of good choices in that Italeri set, so I'll be using that. And the last thing I have is I got some Rafts from, I believe they're from Bronco. I didn't like the look of the life rafts that came with the Italeri kit, so I'm going to try and substitute these Bronco ones, which look a little more detailed. So let's take a look at where I left off. Let's start at the bow and work our way back, and I'll discuss what we're going to do. I left off with the bow gun partially built. Italeri did a decent job representing the 2cm AA gun up front, but the Lion Roar details are kind of helping it to give it that little extra push. I've already installed the metal barrel, and the last thing I was doing when I stopped was I was forming the photo etch magazine brackets that ring the gunner's position. So everything here is going to need a coat of the dark gray paint. I believe I was using, it was actually a Japanese navy gray that I was using from Tamiya. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit the deck again, and then I'm going to try to weather the deck by varying the shades of gray so it looks a little more like the deck of a boat getting like pelted with salt water all the time as it was. I've got some spots I have to touch up where I puttied. There's some tools to add up front, as well as a tubular case that I think I'm going to have to scratch build that would hold the barrel of the 2cm gun when it's stowed. You'll see the bridge is basically done. That was all Lion Roar stuff. I did some detail stuff with, I believe I used lead wire for the cables coming out of the torpedo. I forgot what it's called. I'll refer back to it with its proper terminology when we discuss it in more detail. That was all done with the Lion Roar set. Very happy with the look of the bridge area. The only thing I need to add in this area are going to be those 2 MG15s. Then as we move back, everything after the bridge is ready for work. I haven't installed any of the other guns. I've only started to install some of the wooden decking along the center line. I haven't installed the torpedo tubes yet. The torpedoes themselves on their racks haven't been installed. I haven't done any of the hard work in the back yet. It's just been painted gray. And again, when I go to weather that front deck gray, I'll do the back gray deck as well. Now usually a get off my bench would be one episode where I kind of quickly blast through whatever's left of a kit I left off on. So it's been a couple of airplanes and a tank. So I've been able to do those in one episode. Given the nature, the size and scale of this kit, I think this is going to wind up being more than an episode or two. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope that this is interesting to you guys. I think this is a great kit to work on. So let's get started. Let's get started where I left off, as a matter of fact. I've painted the gray over the magazine racks on the forward gun position. I've also, off camera you can't see it, I've painted the hatch that was photo etched that needed to be painted. All of that got painted the color I've been using, which was XF77. It's an IJN gray. What I did after that was I applied a coat of, actually 2 coats of cheap hairspray, like Walmart $2 bottle of hairspray, sprayed a couple of coats on, let it dry. Then I came back. I wanted a darken, uneven finish. I took some XF63 German gray. I darkened it with a couple of drops of flat black, thinned it down about 50-50 with Tamiya thinner. And now we're going to see if I can do hairspray chipping and get any kind of decent results. So let's... Looks like it kind of works. I'll compare it to some photos I have in the Schnellboot in action book, and if anything I'll probably come back and try to finesse it a little with a sponge, but it is taking off the dark. It's kind of leaving me with the effect I was looking for. Let's see what happens. So I've gotten as much done on the front of the boat as I'm going to get done for now. I wanted to just give you an overall shot of this so you can get a sense of how big this boat is. It's well over 2 feet long. There's a lot of territory to cover eventually. I think it'll look really good at the end. I'm happy with the work I've gotten done so far. So to recap what I've done, I've painted the deck with a darker shade of gray than the IJN gray I used initially. Then I went back and wore out some of the finish to give it a kind of weather-beaten mottled look to it. So I did that across the whole deck, front to back. Now from the bow back to the bridge, what I've done this week is I've gotten the anchor painted and weathered and installed, the anchor line installed. The only thing I got to do is I notice this line keeps popping up, so I'll have to do something with that. I painted and installed the flat gun up front. I still have to do the magazines. That's a work in progress. I did one. They're very tedious. Eventually I'll get 10 of them built. If it's the last thing I do on this boat, I'll get 10 built, painted, and installed. The next thing I did was I put the gun tub cover behind the gun tub where it normally is when it's out of the way. I installed that. I installed the remaining pieces of wood planking that surround the forward hatch and the sides of the bridge. Those are in. The only thing I'm missing here is a coiled rope. I'm trying to find the best way to get a piece of rope coiled up that'll stay flat. I've read a couple of things online about it. I haven't been able to bring them to work yet, so it's something I'm going to have to try to find a better method to get done. I will get a couple of rope coils done because there should be one here. There should at least be another one in the back. I think it'll add a little bit of color to it and give it a little detail. The other things I need to do is some detail work on the bridge. I've gotten in my MG15s from Gas Patch Models. They look really good. I'll show them to you next time. I have to find a way to install them on. They should be on pintle mounts on either side of the bridge. We're going to do, I think the next episode is going to focus a lot on the detail work around the bridge. I wanted to put some helmets and the helmet racks back here. I think there's more wood planking that needs to get in back here, masts and stuff, because I want to get this done before I start moving further back, because as I move back, I don't want to have to go and touch anything else up here anymore. Once the bridge is done, the torpedoes and the torpedo racks need to get done. There's some air vents I've already built that are sitting waiting to get installed. Additional hatches and 2 more guns that go here and here. And I just want to take one step at a time. We're going to just keep working our way back until we reach the back of the boat. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching and entertaining me. Thank you for supporting my channel by subscribing. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. So see you next time when we tackle the bridge and the bridge details. Take care.